Hey guys, my name's Shan Castro, and I'm an electric guitarist for a band here in Arizona called Seeds of Faith. I'm gonna walk you guys through what my worship tones are, my signal chain for a typical rehearsal or a gig or a retreat that we have to play for. So here it goes. I'm gonna walk you through guys by signal chain, what's going on in my setup, and all that. So for my setup, I'm using the Line 6 HX Stomp, and it's hooked onto my Scarlett right now. My Scarlett recordings in stereo, and my microphone, my Behringer microphone right here, also recording in mono. And I'm using the Shure SC215 uh, in-ear monitors to monitor my sound. So here's what my finished tone sounds like. That's the clean tone. I'll walk you guys through the chain here. So to start out, I'm starting off with a compressor, and that's gonna be the Kinky Comp from HX Stomp, the Line 6 series. And then moving on to the drives, I'm using a Minotaur. It's like a clone of the Gold Clone overdrive. And then for my amps, I'm using an amp sim from the HX Stomp of the AC30, the SX830, and then running into two, running into dual IRs, which is which I got from Origin Effects. The dual IRs is one IR is AC30, the bright mix, and the other IR is a Fender Brown Deluxe or Fender Princeton Reverb on a medium mix, and I have the bright mix a little higher than the medium mix. And then after that, I'm running into a chorus. Actually, running into the Trinity chorus on HX Stomp, and all my wet effects after the amp are all going to be in stereo. So that's what you're hearing in the recording is stereo effects. And then after the chorus, I'm running into a transistor tape delay, which is also in stereo. It sounds like this. And you hear the reverb in there too as well. The reverb I'm running into this worship preset is the glitz reverb from the HX Stomp. I love the glitz reverb. It has such a great space, and it also blooms your notes too. So it makes the notes swell after the repeats. So yeah, this is my clean sound that I use, and it has a bit of the Minotaur of the clone just to boost it a bit. And then also at the end of my chain, I also run a stereo EQ, which is just a low and high shelf, and I'm just taking off like 180 hertz on the low end because I don't really need that for electric guitar, and I'm pretty much boosting 750 to 800 hertz on the high end by 2 or 3 decibels, just so I could pop out in the mids more. And then so I run my presets through snapshots. So my third snapshot, which is my last snapshot, because in the HX Stomp you get 3 snapshots. On my third and last snapshot, I run it so that the low high shelf, the high shelf part of the EQ, I'll get way more on the 3,000 to 4,000 hertz or 3 to 4 kilohertz range, so I can do lead lines, and the lead lines would pop out. I can show you that right here. So right now this is snapshot one. And I could always just roll back the volume knob to make it a little cleaner. And then without the compressor there, I would have to pick a little harder just so you guys could hear the quiet notes that I'm playing. So the whole goal of the compressor in the beginning of the chain is that compression is supposed to bring up your quiet notes, and make them to the level of the actual guitar. And then it also smooths out or evens out your harder picking, so that it's not noticeable that you are picking as hard and trying as hard as you are. And then so yeah, so this is snapshot one. Let me put the volume back on. So that's snapshot one, and then snapshot two here is more of a drive. This is more I use for like the second verse of a song, or the second chorus where we're not totally gonna build yet, but here it is. So what that drive is it's the Minotaur clone boost, but I increased the level because I have the gain of the drive the same for all the presets, all the snapshots for this worship preset. But the boost, I just increased the level instead of increasing the gain because increasing the level pushes your amp harder, which it's gonna push the AC30 harder than increasing the gain just makes it dirtier. Let me switch to the bridge pickup here. I'd usually use the bridge pickup for this part of the song or this snapshot 2. If it's like a lead line that leads into a turnaround or like leading into the bridge part. So like let's say like the bridge part of What a Beautiful Name, it's not at the climax yet. I'm gonna use snapshot 2 just on the bridge pickup just to get the bridge started. And then once it gets to that bridge climax, I'm switching to snapshot 3, which is my Minotaur stays the same on the gain, but again the level increases. But I set the snapshot so that the amp gain on the AC30 would increase, and it would be like this. So once I'll go from snapshot 2, bridge. Snapshot 3. I'll stay in the same snapshot, but I'll just play bigger so that the chords will ring out more. So in that bridge part when it climaxes. And also one trick too to making that final tail end of the delay like just ringing out, sustaining it almost endlessly, is it's it's not the reverb mix that actually increases that. It's your delay tails. So I just so my delay is also controlled by my snapshot. So in snapshot 3, the delay mix is increased, and also the feedback. The feedback is the amount of repeats that the delay makes. So I have the feedback a little higher than the typical pre snapshots that I have set up. But yeah, that's what I use for my worship mix. For my praise mix, it's a little different. It's the same amp and the same IRs. It's just that it's a little higher gain, and also less reverb, just so that the delays will shine more than the reverb on the praise songs, so more upbeat songs. But yeah, that's my worship patch for more reflective slow songs that we play for the reflective moments or during Eucharistic adoration. But yeah, that's it. Peace out, guys. Subscribe.